la banquette, c'est pour ça. Ah, ok. Vous allez débarrasser après, non?
Being a well-rounded woman means going and having a cheesecake and a giant hot chocolate and then going to a Pilates class. Diva down. I woke up with like a really sore throat and a fever. I can't get off the floor. This is like, we might stay here for a little while. Je suis terrassée. Quel mois de mars. Quel mois de mars. Non. Peut-être que j'en avais besoin de un petit pause. Peut-être j'ai trop donné et là c'est mon moment de vacances non voulues. Oh là là là. Oh là là là. Il est toujours là, hein, mon petit fissure dans le plafond. Such a beautiful day outside too. Look at that blue sky. I'm gonna have to motivate myself. I'm gonna have to push through. Come on, Shayna.
So don't blindly follow your thoughts. Use your intuition, your heart, your senses, and your body messages, and that will give you a lot more information about decision making, things that you should be doing and shouldn't be doing, directions you want to go, to stay on the pathway that is your journey, your unique pathway. Thoughts are not always the way. That can confuse us, and we end up in a complete muddle, and that's where we can get really bad decision fatigue, can't we? You'll have to tell me you get the same, but I really get that. And I get lost in my thoughts sometimes, but I remind myself and bring myself back to what am I feeling here? What's my feeling in my gut? What's my intuition telling me? My spider senses? What's my radar telling me?
I've created my own little sick girl fortress because I'm trying to keep the heat in this side of the room. But yeah, I'm just gonna post up here and do the work that I need to do today. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling a little bit better than yesterday. You can still hear my voice is like compressed though from my neck. My boyfriend came over last night and brought me some like Japanese style soup, which is what's really cool about like dating someone from another culture than you. Like you learn so many things, and I'm used to, honestly, like since I've been in my adult years dating people who are French, but I think it's really interesting. Like there can be so many like cultural differences when you date someone from another culture, but I also think it's so beautiful to learn from them. And also, yeah, like the soup definitely helped me. Yesterday I went to the post office to send out my first round of prints, and I nearly fainted at the post office. Like I had to sit on the ground, and yeah, I don't know what like the last thing I filmed was. I think I was having like a little bit of a difficult moment after posting the robbery video, but then when I posted it, I just got so much love from you guys, and you guys have been so supportive in purchasing prints for my art shop for me to make up the money I lost from the robbery, and it just warms my heart so much because I think every time you share something vulnerable, there is the fear of like people judging you, and people definitely did judge me in the comments. Like that's just how it is sometimes. Not a lot, because I feel like the Palace community is very like kind, but this is why I didn't want to name that video something like very explicit about what happened, because I didn't want to catch the strays. But you're always gonna catch strays, people who aren't a part of the Palace normally. But yeah, I just wanted to say a big thank you because since posting that, it just reminded me why I do choose to share the ups and downs on my YouTube channel. And even some of you guys were like, please do keep this video up because it reminded me of how we can trust you and things. And that just means a lot to me. Yeah, I'm still very sick. Like my throat is crazy right now. But I can work from my bed. I created this little fortress around myself. I was like, if I'm gonna be sick, at least make it like a tent vibes. So I'm gonna work on the poster for my New York concert, which is gonna be in June. You guys were asking me like, when is the concert? It's gonna be in June, and the tickets will go on sale soon. And actually, I just released a new song. So if you guys want, please go stream it because it's very fun. Like, it's a very like girl power type song. It is in French. Comme j'ai essayé d'expliquer un peu dans cette vidéo, j'ai pas envie de nier ma partie français. J'ai envie d'intégrer le français et l'anglais dans tous mes projets. Donc parfois je vais sortir un son en anglais, parfois ça va être en français. But I do think that the song in and of itself is very like cool. So if you want to go listen to it, I will link that down below. But yeah, I'm making the poster. I'm going to show you how I'm doing it because a lot of you guys have, since I've been showing more, especially like on my Instagram, like how I do collages and stuff, you guys have been interested in how I've been doing it. And I'll show you my inspiration to start for the poster. So the inspiration for the poster I'm making is this playing card of Kim Gordon, who is the guitarist for Sonic Youth, or she was. But it's like this playing card of her like going like this. And originally I thought I was going to like recreate the photo shoot, but then I found a photo of me like in a similar position, and I'm just going to like take my head and put it on her body, which I don't know, maybe she wouldn't like that. But also I guess what I'm trying to say is like I've loved her for so long, and I've read like her book, and I've gone to see her concert, and like she was like a New York artist, so I feel like I'm getting to create art sort of on the shoulders of these like really amazing badass female artists. So I'm gonna make it my own, but I'll show you. That was like the inspiration. This was the image that I am inspired by, the original image of Kim Gordon, and then I have this image of myself, and I want to put my head on her body. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create a mask, and then with the mask you can actually like, I'm just gonna do it really quick to show you, like you can really like take your time and make like a really nice form. So this is what it ended up looking like. Obviously it looks a little bit cheesy because it's not like a perfect match, and I'm gonna take this off and put my name instead. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add an effect. I'm gonna create a new layer and add an effect that makes it almost like a comic book, you know, kind of like that. And then that way you can't really tell as much, I feel like, the difference between her body and mine. It creates more of like a unified effect, as if it was like a drawing. So yeah, I'm gonna work on this for the rest of today. I need to finish it by today, like the deadline is for today. And I'm gonna, like I said, like this is a little part of it, and then I'm gonna add like this black spiral around it with like the info for the event. I really hope some of you guys will come to my New York show. I think it'll be so cool. It's so fun whenever you have shows and you get to actually see people who have been following you online and like see their face, and like it's just so special to me. But yeah, I think for the rest of the poster I'm gonna get some inspiration from that collage class I was telling you guys about that I was taking for my book. So basically I've been taking this Skillshare class all about zining and collaging because I have to do a lot of it in the book that I'm working on. And I'm super happy because Skillshare has partnered with me again and is sponsoring this video. So if you guys don't know, Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives. They have thousands of classes on there, from even if you wanted to become a YouTuber and learn how to make videos, or painting, or sewing, or like me zine, and I've also taken audio production classes. What's also very inspiring about Skillshare and the way they set up the site is they have these really amazing learning paths. So for example, if you were taking audio production and you wanted to take singing classes, you could also add mixing and mastering to your learning path, and you can really track your progress in a certain domain. And I think what's also nice is you don't have to choose just one thing. I'm somebody, as you guys know, that loves to do a lot of different things, and it's not putting me in a box, which I think is really good for my mental health. For example, when you're in like a, you know, typical university, you have to choose like one specific area, but the reality is we are multi-dimensional people, and I think that this is really important for my mental health as a creative. So if you would like to try out Skillshare, I would highly recommend it, and they're actually offering the first 500 people to use my link down below a 1-month free trial, but it is only the first 500 people, so go check it out. Honestly, I feel like 1 month is more than enough time to really discover what they have on there and see how it can turn your "I wish I knew how to do this" into "I'm actually empowered to know how to do this." So thank you so much to Skillshare. I'm going to get inspired now to finish the rest of my concert poster. I'm just so excited. I think, who knew when I started doing music a few years ago that I'd be doing shows around the world. So I hope that that can inspire you, that it's never too late. Like, I started doing music pretty late in life in comparison to most people who choose that as their career, but I also think that that's because I had to go through a lot of different creative mediums to get there, and I'm not abandoning those other creative mediums, but I'm just allowing myself to expand. It's not about choosing one, it's about allowing myself to be many different things. So I'm going to show you guys what I end up coming up with. Hopefully it'll look cool. Okay, you guys, I'm almost embarrassed by how long I've been working on this. It's been hours, but I'm not a graphic designer. Yeah, this is the finished poster. Provo Palace, the Rock Opera, Thursday, June 5th at Union Pool in Brooklyn, with special guests, Majorette and Polly Finlicord and Doors at 7. I also made this black version in the background because it might be a little bit more legible, so let me know which one you guys think looks better. Now I'm gonna get some food because I'm starving, but I will see you guys at the Rock Opera. Yay! So I think I'm gonna work on this for a little bit this afternoon. I made these romance paintings for the Heart series, but I kind of want to paint the frame in either red or white. Let me know what you think about that. This one, I think it might be nice to leave it monochrome. It's not monochrome, but you know what I mean, like white and black. And then I'll do like a nice glossy coating over it. I think there's always this struggle when you're making things, is you're like, it looks good as it is, but I don't know. I kind of would like to see some reddish, pinkish frame. My goal is always to create pieces that I like so much that I wouldn't mind keeping them if no one bought them. And I really love like these Heart series, so I'm gonna try and work on that a little bit today. I was looking through this morning because I kind of feel like since I've been having a bit of a rough time, I'm not feeling as inspired stylistically, and I love like these old magazines from the 90s, and I always put a star on the outfits that I like. And I've looked everywhere for this brand. It's from the 90s or the 2000s, I think.
and it's milk, but it's actually Sofia Coppola's brand that she made it. It doesn't, they still exist, but it doesn't look like this anymore. It's like not as good. And you can't really find vintage pieces of it either, but I just love how expressive everyone is, even the boys. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna cut my hair today as well. Need to get back into my groove. So this is what you can expect to get in Paris for 16 euro. I did splurge a little bit on certain things, like these chips were 2 euros, which is ridiculous because you can get like a big bag of chips for the same price. But I feel like when you live alone, sometimes I don't want to buy big portions of things, because if I have a whole bag of chips, I'll eat it. Okay, so we got my favorite veggie chips, which was a little caprice. That's another French word for you, which means like I just wanted it. I got some pasta. This is like, you know, like that fresh type of pasta, and I'll eat this raw out of the bag. I won't even cook, like it's cooked, but you just like can heat it up. But I just prefer cold food, especially when I'm sick. So got that. I got some Greek yogurt, a full avocado, a giant poivron, bell pepper, which is like the size of my head, almost. Yeah, it's huge. Probably only half of that. 2 clementines. I just love a clementine when I'm sick. I got a protein shake, but I already drank it, so it's not in the bag. And a banana, hello. All that for 16 euro. So, yeah. That's what we got. I don't really know what I want to eat first. I'm so like, I've just been laying in bed all day. I don't know, like I feel like I've had time to see 0 of my friends this month because of just like everything going on. I finally got my fucking new SIM card in the mail, so I need to change that. But yeah, like this has probably been like the craziest month for me, just in terms of, I had a lot of health problems in the beginning of the month. I didn't really share too much about that. And then the robbery thing, and now I'm sick, so I don't know, like I guess if you're into, hold on, maybe we should do a little bit of this. If you're into astrology, which I am, March was supposed to be a really crazy month, and I feel like it definitely has been, but not all bad. Like I feel like it's been very humbling, and I've learned a lot of lessons, which I've talked about in other videos, around letting people show up for you. Like even you guys, when I shared the problem I was having and I told you guys I was going to try to make a special sale in my art shop, how you guys showed up for me, allowing people to show up for me, allowing myself to take time to rest. I say that, but I've been fucking working from bed, girl. You know, that's true. But yeah, I'm still, I don't know, like I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out, which is why I think it's so important sometimes to have these like periods of review and reflection. For example, at the end of every week, I try to do like a weekend review, and I'll ask myself questions like, what brought you the most joy this week? Who did you see this week? Did anything surprising happen? Did any like big lessons, or any big lessons learned? And I think doing that really helps put things in perspective. I think it's so easy just to turn on your phone and scroll. I know I'm really guilty of that, of numbing myself out. But it's always because we are running away from the present moment. Because in the present moment, if we really are present, nothing can really bother us because there's only here and now. You know what I mean? Like there's only this moment, and like that is heaven. Heaven is the present moment, is what I try to remind myself, because we're always chasing after something in the future, getting, which I mean can be exciting, you know, when you have future goals, for example, this concert or this or that. It's exciting to chase after something in the future, but is it also not just an escape from the present? Is the present painful in some way because we like come to terms with the fact that we're human, and it's a lot to be a human. you know? But like the present moment is heaven because it's just the littlest, smallest things, like this little clementine. Like how beautiful that we get to just be. And I think that's hard to just accept because it feels like it should be more complicated and more difficult, but actually in reality it's quite simple. That life is just very simple. It's about the simple, beautiful things. It's about love and friendship and blue skies, and we make it more complicated than it actually is. But I think part of that is because it's hard for us to accept that it's fleeting, and so we try to create like these dramas or these existential crises. But we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. We can just be. We can sit here, read a book, and just be happy, you know? Anyway, that might be the cold medicine talking, but no, I'm kidding. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and another little vulnerable few days in my life. I'm really like thinking this is like the end of the craziness. And if it's not, we can still thrive in craziness. But I'm really hoping that whatever you're going through, to just remember to take time for yourself. Don't be afraid to ask people for help if you need it. So love yourself. Remember, you're the best girl. Make life fun for yourself. I can't wait to feel better and like start wearing cute clothes again. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. The sale in my art shop is still on until the end of the month. So everything is half off on my art shop. So if you want to support what I'm doing, you can do so that way. As well as, yeah, I have a podcast on my Patreon for like, you know, if you want to subscribe to my Patreon, we have like Zoom parties and meetups sometimes in Paris and things like that. So I'll link that down below as well. And I am going to rest now, but I will see you in the next video. I love you. I love you.